So I always feel kind of embarrassed talking about this stuff nowadays, but in today's video, I'm going to give you guys a little mental health update since everyone keeps asking, and I do want to make people feel better if I could help anyone. I keep getting asked to make this video, and I just could never figure out how to talk about it without making myself feel bad. But I feel like I'm finally ready to talk about it a little, but kind of not, but kind of am. I just hope I get like support, because if I don't, I'm gonna go. After this video, I probably won't talk about it that much in depth anymore until I can get back in therapy, and then I'll talk about it more. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start today's video. I have a little notebook in front of me. Don't make fun. I know it's an artist sketchbook, but I've already filled up my notebook. But I have this notebook because I've written down some points I want to go over so I don't get sidetracked. I tried my best to make my videos cohesive, but this one might be filled with like rants and stuff, explaining the way I feel. But yeah, all of this stuff is genuine. I just really don't want to get sidetracked and make this video any longer than it has to be. I explain myself a lot, and I'm pretty sure it's a trauma response, but whatever. Sometimes I just feel really scared to talk about my symptoms because nowadays, especially on social media, it's really only okay if you have like the cutesy symptoms, but if you're actually like struggling like really bad, everyone just thinks you're gross, and I hate it. I hate that climate, but I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon. So I suffer a lot day to day, and I usually just ignore it because I don't really have a way to get help right now, and I wish I did, but I don't. I usually just avoid talking about this stuff altogether because there's always some like high and mighty person who tries to make everyone feel like they're just being sensitive and like nothing's wrong and other people have it worse. But why is it a competition? Why does it matter? So most of you already know that I've been professionally diagnosed with ADHD, generalized anxiety, and bipolar disorder. And while I think my diagnosis may have been correct at the time, I don't really think it applies to me nowadays. I honestly kind of think I might have schizoaffective disorder or even like borderline personality disorder. Like, honestly, I think I've just like developed psychosis from being untreated for so long with like such a bad mental health. And I'm not trying to self-diagnose to be quirky or anything, and I don't think anyone else who self-diagnoses is. I think many of us are just looking for a reason for why we're so, like, messed up. Like, I don't want to say messed up, but, like, that's how it feels when you're in it. And, like, with most problems, once you find the reason, you can find solutions. So I think everyone who I'm not sure if it's everyone, but most people who are self-diagnosing are just looking to find a way to deal with their symptoms better. So for the past 2 years, I have been dealing like, I don't want to say pretty badly, but I don't know, maybe pretty badly with like delusions and hallucinations. And I just like, it affects my daily life so much. And I'm probably just downplaying them because I don't want anyone to feel pity for me, but like, I don't know. If I didn't think this video would like bring awareness or make anyone feel like less alone, I probably wouldn't even be making it. It's just like, it's so hard to talk about mental illness today because you have so many people who are like, I just think they're faking it. Like, and even if they are like faking it, I feel like that's mental illness in itself. I always just feel like I'm gonna get judged. I know I'm not because I don't really have that many haters, but I'm so scared for someone to like invalidate what I'm going through. But I just have to keep in mind that like they don't know me and they never will. But back to the delusion. So literally every single day when I go out, if I am within like earshot of a group of people and they're like talking, they're probably just talking about themselves or like some fucking shirt, some stupid shirt at Forever 21. My brain just strongly believes they are talking about me, and that is like one of the reasons I never go out, because it's just so bad. Like, I can just hear their voices in my head and they're just talking about me, but I know they're not. I know like no stranger would actually be talking about me unless my fit's hard. And I have no idea how to cope with that stuff. Like, everyone always asks me how I cope, but, like, I don't know. I just walk away. Like, I just ignore the problem, and I know that's not good, but... I also have this really bad delusion. I'm not sure if it's just because of anxiety or what, but, like, it's so hard for me to sleep at night because I'm so convinced that somebody is coming to kill me. Everyone is plotting to kill me. But I don't want to go too in depth about that just because. And then I have a lot of hallucinations too. They're not a lot. I only get like a few like visual hallucinations. I mainly get like auditory hallucinations. And whenever it happens, it feels like I am in the darkest place that I have ever been in. When it happens, I just sit there and I'm just paralyzed in fear. And I have like no idea what to do because I know no one's there and I want to get up and I want to go check and make sure no one's there. But I'm so scared that I'm like, I can't get up. I just have to sit here and get ready to die. But there's like 20 people in my head yelling at me. They're just like screaming, but it's muffled, like it's inaudible screaming. And everyone like who has tried to give me advice on how to cope with it, they're like, just make fun of the voices, make fun of the voice, give it a name. But I can't because it's like 20. Day to day, I just feel like insane, just overall mentally, emotionally unstable. My moods just affect me so much, and it's so hard because I'm becoming an adult now and I have to work jobs, and I couldn't work a job because I would get these like delusions and hallucinations there. And honestly, I'm thinking about just applying when I turn 18, just applying for one of those like disability checks, because I hear those are like $600 or $800 a month, but I have to look into that. I isolate myself from friends a lot because I just do not want them to think I'm crazy. I don't want anyone to think I'm crazy. I feel so crazy all the time, and that's why I just don't talk about it, because then I'm like, oh, now I'm gonna be that crazy person. And then I try my best to be normal around people, but then I just feel so drained. And then when I do hang out with people, I get so angry at them. Like, I get unreasonably angry at them if I'm like hanging out with them for too long. And I don't know why. It's so irrational, but it's so hard for me to be around people. And I just like force myself to be antisocial because I just can't do it. Everyone is always asking me how I cope, and like, I don't know. My number one coping mechanism that has actually like always helped me is being mindful. But when I'm having like really bad hallucinations or delusions, that does not really help. It helps a lot with intrusive thoughts, but other than that, it's just And then every time I try to Google my symptoms and how to cope with them, it's always for the family member. It's like, how to cope with a family member having schizophrenia. Like, no, ma'am, I need help, but I can't go to therapy right now. I will one day. I don't know. If you guys have any like tips on coping or anything, leave them down below, and like share your stories too. I guess that's pretty much my mental health update. It's like in the gutter right now, and I don't know what to do because it's really hard when you have a parent that doesn't believe in mental illness and is like, Jesus will fix it, because like, no, he won't. So yeah, I'm just doing what I need to survive right now until I can do better. Anyways, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.